Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you? Oh, I'm so happy to be here. We on what's today? We on Tuesday. Do you know this month is just about over? Do you remember how excited you were for Christmas and how that's fading away? You may still be wearing some of your Christmas Santa Claus clothes and gifts. And what about New Year's Eve? You were excited, 2024, 2024. Do you know we in 2024 now, people? We all the way in, all the way in. Have you jumped in? Normally I talk to you about the book, one of these books. Did I welcome you? I'm sorry. Welcome to a slice of life. And I talk about this book, Super Aging. And this is why I like this book. I don't know these people. I don't get any money. I don't get any residuals. I don't get any royalties. All right. But it's getting older without getting old. And so because I like this book and I like what they say, I give them credit because it's not my idea. The same way with a well-lived life. This woman is 102 years old. And we talked about yesterday, we talked about love. And we talked about before that, the juice, getting your juice back and being in love. But today, I'm not going to either one of the books because my daughter shared with me. And I hope you're also subscribing to my daughter's channel, Evelyn Sanders Swafford. Evelyn Sanders Swafford. And she talks to you about church and, she's Reverend Evelyn Sanders Swafford. I apologize. Reverend Evelyn Sanders Swafford. She has a different take, but a really good take. And she can talk about the Lord much better than me because she can quote. Georgianne can quote, plus I get in trouble. She's my pastor. She's the pastor. She's the pastor. Anyway, let's talk about why I'm not talking about anything specifically out of these books, but my daughter shared something with me and I wanted to share with you. I want you to go to YouTube and look for Betty Reid Soskins. Betty, R-E-I-D, S-O-S-K-I-N. Oh, if you're new to the channel, no, I don't have any teeth right here. Okay. And I'm a 3 times cancer survivor and I don't have any gums right there either. And some kind of way we're going to work on the teeth. I don't know. We'll get around to it. I'm good. I'm good. I try to keep my mouth closed. But I talk to you all. And the people who love me just love me. Love me with or without teeth. All right. But I want you to look up Betty Reid, S-O-S-K-I-N. It was fascinating what my daughter told me about this woman. And so I decided, and she sent me a link. And this woman retired at 100. Retired. Listen to me. Are you 65 and 55-year-olds and 75-year-olds? She retired at 100. She got the job when she was 85. Come on now. I told you. When you retire at 65, how many years did I give you? I gave you 20 more years. 20 more. And you don't even want the 10 that I asked you to write a plan. Write a plan. Make some notes. Think about retiring and what you're going to do the next 10 years. What you're going to invest in. First, I hope you're talking about yourself first. First, and then everything else after that. Well, we know God is first, but I'm talking about invest in, invest 1, invest 2, invest 3. Okay? But this was so exciting to me to hear Betty Reid Soskins' story. Because, it just gave me a boost. It gave me some juice. It gave me some juice because I feel like it is my life something, my life purpose, one of my life purposes, okay, is to get on here and talk to somebody on the other side of the screen. I finally got the Great Britain person out of my spirit. I don't know who they are, what happened, did they get up, I don't get anything back. I wish I did, but there's somebody else on the other side of the screen that needs to hear something about finding your juice, finding who you are, and getting into life and stepping out of the coffin. Betty Reid Soskins got a job with the park rangers. Listen to me, at age 85. Oh my God. I can't even imagine going, listen, I can't bear I'm wanting to get on the road at 81 to sing my songs. I'm looking for maybe 4 or 5 places. I'm not Janet Jackson, But I wish I could be hired in about maybe 5 to 10 cities. I think that would be good. But this one was a park ranger. I don't you have to do some work? I mean, move some muscles? I don't know. That I got to move some muscles to sing. This muscle, these muscles. But I don't know about, maybe a shimmy. But she got her job at 85. I'm just so excited about her story. Because I want you to know at 65, you're not done. I want you to know at 55, you're not done. I want you to know at 75, you're not done. I want you to quit trying to get into the coffin and grab a slice of life. This is why I have this show. This is why I'm here. I'm here so that you can hear me say. So you can go and get, let me send a shout out to Maurice Wright. Reverend Dr. Maurice Wright, pastor, AME pastor, and musician up in Huntsville. I don't know the name of his church. I should know the #1 church in Huntsville for AME. But anyway, he's taking chemo today. And I sent him he says he's done it so many times, he didn't know why he feels like he does when it's time to do it again. Listen to me. I'm a 3 times cancer survivor with 3 different chemos. Something happens to you when you know you have to go to chemo. Something happens up here, and it just goes all through your body. I can tell cancer patients by the look in their eyes, because I had that look. It's a look you get that you're not trying to have, but it just happens. But the one thing about it, God still is on his throne. Yes, he is. And you pray. When you pray, something comes over you, and you say, "Oh, come on, let me just take this chemo." I remember taking chemo and grading papers. I remember taking people's chemo and having class at Clark Atlanta University with the little thing coming down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you got to have it's attitude. It's attitude. It's not easy. Just when I think about it, I'm almost in tears. So, to Maurice, I'm sending love and hugs. And to Betty Reid Soskins, here's a woman that retired at age 100 and got a job at age 85. Don't let anybody tell you it's too late. Age is really just a number. It's hard to say that if you're trying to date. When you watch, I watch Harley Initiated, and there was a woman on there, some kind of, if she was a physician or she was in the medical field, I'm not sure. Maybe she was a psychologist. Same thing, I guess. Or psychiatrist. Anyway, she talked about women and men are able to have sex till they die. Somebody decided that sex isn't the word you should discuss after 55, especially after 60. And after 65, you shouldn't even think about it. After 70, it shouldn't even be, you shouldn't even know how to spell it anymore. I don't know who told people all these crazy things. Who told people all these crazy things? You are still living. Are you still living? Whatever sex is to you, it's not to everybody else. And so anyway, maybe I should be talking about that when I'm talking about Betty Reid Soskins, but I'm just talking about life. Get out the coffin and grab a slice of life, which is why I'm here. So what I like when you turn on Betty Reid Soskins on YouTube, the interview she did, what she said? I have been so many women at so many different times. Oh my God. See all these women back here? I have been so many women at so many different times. I'm not the same woman in 2024 that I was in 2023. Did you know I didn't know that was okay? Let me be the first to tell you, men and women, that it is okay to be not the same person you were, that you could be, as Miss Soskins said, I have been many women at many different times because you grow. Things change. Attitudes change towards you. Attitudes change within you. You have a different conception of yourself. You grow to love yourself more. You grow to appreciate your parents more, and you grow to appreciate yourself more. And so you are many men and many women at many times. I know I am. And I'm glad to say that. I'm thankful for my growth. People, make fun. I don't mind. People make fun of me. It's okay. A lot of people make fun of me, have transitioned. You see? But I like hardly initiated because I've learned a lot from them about me and men. And so you say, I did a show on AIB TV with Audrey Galix, and I have it up on my Facebook page. I may have it on my YouTube channel under community, where I talk about dating after 70 with Dr. Alma Vineyard and Dr. Rawson Harper, who is president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Atlanta Alumni Chapter, presently president. And we talked about dating. What happened with people? Who said? I'm confused about all of this foolishness that goes on with dating and sex and love and marriage and retirement and, starting a new business. Listen, people, this woman retired at 100. And she gave this interview at 101. Dr. Jamie Coleman Williams, our soror, passed away at 103, clothed in her right mind. Mrs. Azira Hill, Jesse Hill's wife, the Hill family, hello to you. Mrs. Hill had a 100th birthday party at the Four Seasons, clothed in her right mind. I'm just trying to say to you that step out of the coffin and grab a slice of life. Me. What else did she say? She says, I have been so many things. So have I. When I tell people, they'll say, oh, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. And I say, oh, yeah, I did that. And you said so much, people start looking at you side-eyed. You couldn't have done all that. Yes, I could have. And yes, I did. Why is that? I don't understand not being good at anything you start. I think Dr. King talked about that. Condolences to the King family. Right now, they're very sad time with Dexter King passing away. May God rest his soul. But Dr. King, Martin Luther King he said something about being the best. I don't care what job I did, how mediocre it was to me. I still had to do it. And I did the best I could so I can name things that I've done that you're just not thinking about doing because you're a youngin'. I'm 81. I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've earned this place. I've earned this place. And I'm grateful to be here. And that's how I want you to be. You think I do this? There's no money. And of course you don't want to subscribe because you really want to make sure I don't get any money. We ain't going to subscribe. We just going to look. I don't want her getting no 1,000 subscribers. She might make $5.85. I think that's what they said the first. Some money is like $5, $10, something like that. Doesn't matter. But at some point, somebody's going to subscribe. The people who don't know me are going to like me. The people who that do know me and know I'm smart enough and I'm saying something worthwhile but don't want to subscribe, it's okay. Because God got all of this. You see? Miss Soskins said she found herself through music. That's me. My early remembrance is my father playing the trombone in an apartment we had with me sitting on the commode with the top down. And because of the acoustics, and he played the trombone. And I used to sit there and listen to him. I remember that. And then he disappeared. They got divorced. I guess that wasn't what, they didn't work out, whatever reason. But that music stayed with me. I, I was so unhappy. She said she found herself through song, through music. But she couldn't, because music has the power of change. But she couldn't do it because she had children. I'm not going to put that on Evelyn or Alvin. I'm just going to put it on the times. It wasn't the right time. So I had to sit back, and I held all of it inside of me. And that's how I believe cancer just ate me up. Breast cancer did. I was so unhappy for so many years, and nobody knew it. I didn't tell anybody. I kept it to myself. I walked around with the best smile. I gave everybody whatever they needed. I ran behind my girlfriend who was on the city council, whatever she wanted, whatever anybody wanted. Because nobody asked me. Nobody asked me what did I want. I still have never in my life have anybody asked me what did I want. The closest I've had were my two students that you hear me talk about. They're graduated now. That's Sean Walker, Spelman class of 18, and L. Cornell Pearson, Atlanta Metropolitan State College class of 18. And so they were the closest one that said, come on, let me take your dreams and let me help you with them. See? And my daughter, of course, we did things together. She did Foot Soldiers, which was a dream. It was a dream. And she did it, and the movie has worked out for both of us, and I'm grateful. But just taking my cards, my greeting cards and my songs, Dr. Amavinia said, I got a friend, Nancy Westmoreland. That's what she said. She could play your songs and get you started. Dr. Catherine Meeks said, I got a place. Come up here and sing. Tafasi came on and said, I know I can do something. Dr. Daniel Black said, I need to help you. And then, I don't know why I can't get, what's his name, over at the Episcopal Church. People just stepped in. Because I wanted my music, but I was 77 years old. Took a minute. But guess what? The Lord let me testify to you today. You see, how does it go? Your whatever becomes your testimony. You think it wasn't difficult for me? 77 years of never, ever getting your dream to sing with all kind of opportunities in France. I sang in France. I want to go back. Maybe somebody in France will bring me back. I know one thing. There's something coming out soon about me in music. And I'm hoping that we can make that work, moving around, do something with it. Two people have come together and said, I got you, Georgianne. Beverly Maddox is one of them. She stepped on board for 2024. Said, I got you. And we're ready to do this. And the person said, let's do this. And so I hope we're able to get it to where we need to get it. Ralph Rice is my neighbor, so I hope he's able to help with it. WCLK, I teach at Clark, Atlanta. I'm on the station, but I'm on the alternate station, but I'm still on the station. So we'll see what happens. Gosh, I don't know. I hate it when I don't remember names and I know them well. So I like to stop and look at my phone almost because Eric T. Moore, there you go. Eric T. Moore plays my music on his podcast and on WIGO. And so I found myself. I found my music. I found my dad's music. And that's keeping hope alive. That's for real. What else? The real question The real question to ask, I got three before I close out. What is your life story? And you say, oh my God, is my life over? No. What is your life story to this point? What is your life story to this point? That's question one. And then I want you to write what your legacy story will be. So you got a past, your life story, your memoir. What is your legacy story going forward? What is that? And then in the middle of the night, something came to me and I wrote it down. If you recognize your skill set, maybe you will recognize your purpose. I had to get up and write that down. I'm going to say it again. Come on, Reno. For the chosen in the back. I like when he says that. And that's not me. That's Reno. You know, Tony Gaskin said, don't take none of his stuff. I don't take anybody's stuff. You know, I love them. I love Kiara, too. Thank you, Kiara, 511. And R.C. Blake's. If you recognize your skill set, maybe you will recognize your purpose. Let me say it again. If you recognize your skill set, maybe you will recognize your purpose. Oh, I got some skill sets over here. You know I got them. Lots of them. I feel great that God has blessed me with so many of them. You know, I just got so many skill sets. Oh, let me tell you about this. Wait a minute before I take this off. Isn't this a beautiful shirt? It's an Escada. And I only say it's an Escada because I love beautiful stuff. But y'all know Georgianne does not pay full price for anything. Thrift store, queen. Consignment, queen. This is consignment. And it's a beautiful Escada. Now listen, I've had it. Where? Where did I have it? Back there. In the closet. All right. So let me come back to what I want you to do. I'll ask you to ask yourself, what is your life story? And write it down. A few words, a few things to highlight. Then what is your legacy? What is it you're going to leave here? And then I asked, when I got up in the middle of the night and wrote this down, if you recognize your skill set, maybe you will recognize your purpose. I have a skill set. I create. My God, I create. I have an awesome skill set the Lord has given me. And connected with my skill set is my purpose. And so I'm walking in my purpose because I raised my hand to come and do a job. And part of my job is with you. Now, you know the drill. I love you and you can't do anything about it. Or have on Bridget's glasses today. It goes with my Escada.